Hi, everybody. I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And please contribute to my Cash App. It's to get masking tape, acrylic paint, and paintbrushes. You can donate just $1 or two. All right. Okay. This was this story is called I Jumped Off the Porch. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, man. It was crazy. Look, when I was 12 years old, I was 12. I kind of started hanging with the little guys on the block. 12, about to be 13. And then when I made 13, that's when I jumped off the porch. Okay? All right. So I started hanging with the wrong type of little kids, the bad kids, you know, and they were drinking, smoking, and everything. So I really didn't do that stuff, but eventually I got with the program. So then when I was 13, we would run, we would throw rocks at stuff and at cars and stuff like that. So we would throw rocks at cars and run, or break somebody's window and stuff like that. Stuff that bad kids do. Then it came a time when the older teenagers on the block, they they got us over in the park. So we was over in the park, and they said, "All right, you little guys, it's time to get jumped in." I didn't know what they were gonna do until my friend went first, and they formed a circle around him, and they beat the living you know what out of him, you know. And he had to take it. He was swinging back, but it didn't take much for him to go down. And they had to beat him for a couple of about a minute or something like that. And then when they got finished, they all congratulated him. They say, "All right, little man, you was all right. You hung in there. You hung in there." And they patted him up and stuff like that. But he was jaw big and knots on his forehead and everything. Then somebody else went, but the second person balled up on the ground, and they didn't let him in. They didn't let him in. You know. Then my turn came. So I was scared. I was really scared. My heart was pounding, and then they commenced to laying in on me. But I was swinging, but it was nothing I can do. With like 30 guys around a circle, it was nothing I can do. But I kept getting back up and swinging on them, but it was done. They messed me up. So when I went home, I didn't let my mother see me. I didn't let my mother see me. I didn't let nobody see me when I came in. I was lucky that my sisters and brothers wasn't around when I came home. So I went in and went straight in my bedroom and went to bed. You know, they didn't see me, but that's when it first started. Then after that, they had us do petty crimes, you know, like go in the store and steal something, and if somebody come after you, beat them up and stuff like, you know, it was crazy. It was crazy. But eventually I got like 16 or well 15. I got 15, and that's when we robbed somebody, and we did a home invade. Well, not a home invasion, but burglary. We waited till the lady was gone. She's supposed to have left town, and somebody found out about it, that she's supposed to have left town. And then when she left and her car never came back, we went in her house and stole all what we could, you know. Stole a stereo, television, uh, stole everything, you know. Then after that, you know, I think they found out who told. So they were going to get in trouble. So we turned everything back in. We told them we bought it off the streets, you know. And she paid us something, you know, for bringing everything back, you know. So it was crazy. Yep. Then I started hanging with a whole group of guys, you know. We just hung out. We just be on the corner, ready to start trouble with somebody, you know. Ready to start trouble, you know. And we would when people would come on our block, we would catch them. When they would come to the valley, we would catch them and ask them what they doing over there. What are you doing over here? Who are you coming to see? And if they were somebody's cousin or something, we would give them a pass, you know. Doritos. We would give them a pass to come. But nobody else could come around now. Then one day a guy came. It was a girl on our block. He came to see her. So we was all standing out, and he had to pass us, you know. He said, I said, what you doing around here? Who you coming to see? He said, I'm coming to see such and such, this girl. And we checked him out, and he didn't look right. So they started asking him what set he was with. What set means what gang is he in. And he said, I'm not in none. I ain't in no gang. But a lot of people used to say that they're not in a gang, but they were. Because they know if they said they was in a opposite gang than ours, we were going to jump on them, you know. So he said he wasn't with nothing. So we followed him to her house. And he was nervous too. So he went to the house, went inside for a while. Then when he left out, we were waiting on him out there. He came out and he was getting ready to go. He said, you getting ready to go, man? He said, yeah, man, yeah. Yeah. And he said, yeah, you are finna go. That's what they said. You are finna go. Okay? And we jumped on him. And he was trying to run, and people were tripping him every time he tried to run and stuff like that. Until it started getting bad, you know. Well, I told him, hey, that's all right, let him go, let him go. They didn't want to let him go. So then he got up and ran. He finally ran away. So then he told some of his buddies from his neighborhood. And they came around there and, tried to get us. But we were too strong. It was too many of us. When he came back, we beat them up. So they left. Then another wave of people came. And we beat them up. And then somebody had a gun and shot a gun in the air. So we all dispersed. Look, we wasn't exposed to guns like that back then. In the valley, we wasn't exposed to guns, but we really handled them with these. A guy shot into the air, we left. Then no more. But when I got older, it was a guy. Let me see. We don't give him a name. We don't call him Squid. Okay? Squid kept talking about when we jumped on them and stuff like that. Talking about that we was punks. We needed a lot of people and stuff like that. So, and he particularly named me. So I said, man, this dude Squid, he keep talking, man. I want him. So they said, all right, we'll set it up. So one of my guys went over there and talked to one of their guys and said, look, we want a one-on-one with June, which they used to call me June. We want him with June and Squid. Want a one-on-one. And we were even, we was about the same weight and stuff like that. We were pretty much even, So we got it was a store, an abandoned store, okay? And we went inside. Well, somebody broke the back door and was able to go into the front and open that. We got in there, and it was just a big space, and people was lined up all on the wall. They was all on the wall. And it was some from his gang and some from my gang. So they was on the side of the wall, forming a circle. We got out there, boy, and I showed out that night. I really showed out, I handled my business. And when he look, they said no kicking, okay? Of course, I knew karate then. That's when I was taking Taekwondo, But they said, June, no kicking. So I didn't kick. I just punched. We were just boxing, okay? Now, after I rendered him like almost helpless, he kicked me. He tried to kick me between the legs. But I put my legs together, so he really kicked my knees, But when he did that, that's when I laid him out. Okay? Then after that, they got both of us up, made us stand there, shake hands, and hug. And he says, it's over. That's what we said. That's it. So we got ours in. But later on, it was like 2 or 3 years later. I was older now, and I was leaving all of that stuff alone, I had got a job and everything, So me and this girl, we were getting ready to go to the show. We went to the show, to the movies, We We went to the movies, and we were going to see, what movie was this? Purple Rain. Purple Rain. We went to see Purple Rain. Okay. Well, I was at the concession stand getting some popcorn and some jujubes and stuff like that. I saw Pierre and 3 other guys. Now I'm by myself. I'm downtown by myself, you know. So I'm, see, and at the time, downtown was a neutral spot. It was, if you went downtown, you didn't have to worry about nothing. But I think, I didn't know Pierre was still harboring something in his head. So we were getting ready to go into the movie. Like, inside of there was several different screens. This was showing a movie. This one over here was showing a movie. The one down there and the one down there, you know. So it was a lot of screens in there, but they were showing different movies. We got in there, we went in there and sat down, and I told her, I said, hey, I'll be back. I got to go to the restroom. And she sat there, and I got up and walked back out, and then I saw him. So I would, you know, I'm not going to run from him. I'm not going to run from him, you know. And I knew they didn't have guns or nothing like that. So they had to use their fists. And like, if we would got into it in there, then whatever happens, you know. So I said, he walked up and I walked up and he said, what's up, man? I said, what's up? And he said, what you doing down here? I said, this is a movie theater, man. What you think I'm doing down here? He said, yeah, all right. Yeah, straight. You good? I said, are you good? He said, yeah, I'm all right. I said, yeah, okay. Well, it's all right then. And he said, all right, man. And then he walked off. Him and his boys walked off. Now, look, if I would have stayed inside the movie and tried to avoid him, he would have thought maybe I was scared of him. Yeah. But after that, I got out of all of that. We went to the head guy that was over our little set that we were in. And he let us out. We had to pay something, but he let us out. He let me and a couple of other guys out. This was the big guy, the head guy. And he let us out. But he told me, he said, all right, you want to be out? If the ops get on you, you can't call us for help. You know? I said, all right, okay. And the 5 of us that got out ended up hanging together. And we was kind of a force to be reckoned with, you know. But yeah, that's how it happened when I jumped off the porch. I was really young though. And that's what happened to a lot of people. A lot of young guys in the inner city, like in a bad area. If you live in a bad area, these young guys, I never fought young guys for getting in gangs and stuff because they need protection. If they didn't submit to a gang, then they're easy target. They are easy target, and they'll get it from all angles. So I don't fault nobody from getting into a gang, you know. But I fault them unless I fault them for staying in it too long. Now, if they're young, that's to me, it's cool. It may not be cool to you and stuff like that, but you weren't exposed to what we were exposed to. You know, you may say stuff about gangs, but probably you never grew up around gangs. Maybe you saw some on television, and maybe you saw a few in your town or city that you stay in, but you never was around where they were crawling everywhere. And you had to watch what you wear, what color you wear, you know? And you had to watch which way you turn your hat to the side, you know? You got to watch what jewelry you wear. You got to watch which side you put your earring in. You know? So it's no way to avoid it, you know? It was no way to avoid it unless you stayed in the house. And who wants to do that? If you're a young man, you want to get out and play, or, you know, play something, play some football, play basketball with people. But if you wasn't affiliated and you go and try to play basketball with somebody, with a couple of people, they probably will jump you. They would bully you. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with everyone so that everyone can get this wonderful experience. All right. Peace. Adios. Salamat. Chair down.